Hello everyone, welcome to our online session. This is Ms. Layal delivering for you a new grammar lesson. In our previous grammar lesson, we talked about adjectives and how they describe nouns. Today, our lesson is going to be about the kinds of adjectives used for comparison. There are two forms of comparison, the comparative form and the superlative form. Before getting to know more about the forms of comparison, I need to make sure that every one of you knows what syllables are. Every syllable must have a vowel sound. You can use the clapping technique to help you, as we used to do in class. Here we have two examples, snap and basket. Snap is composed of one syllable since it has only one vowel sound. Basket is composed of two syllables because it has two vowel sounds. A syllable may have two vowels if those vowels are a pair and one is silent, such as E, A, O, A. Let's draw the syllables of each word following the example. Octopus. It has three vowel sounds, so it's made of three syllables. What about whale, seahorse, and jellyfish? Do you know how many syllables does each word have? Try to solve this and we'll check the answers later. Okay, in whale we have only one syllable since the E at the end is silent. Seahorse has two vowel sounds, long E and long O, so it has two syllables. Jellyfish has three vowel sounds, so it has three syllables. What are comparatives and superlatives adjectives, and when do we use them? A comparative adjective is used to compare two things. A superlative adjective is used when you compare three or more things. For example, looking at apples, you can compare their size, determining which is big, which is bigger, and which is the biggest. We have rules to follow when changing to comparative form. Look at this table given. Whenever you face a problem in solving any exercise later on, you can go back to this table. It will help you a lot. Back to the rules we should follow. Rule number 1. If it's a one-syllable adjective, we add er, such as cold, colder. We have to add than after the adjective when we're finished. But if there's already an e at the end of the adjective, we add only er, and we have to add than after the adjective. Such as nice. Nice, it has an e at the end, so we just add er. Nice, nicer than. If the adjective ends with a vowel followed by a consonant, we double the consonant and then add er. Example, hot. It ends with t, so we double the t and then we add er plus than. For example, hot, hotter than. Rule number 2. If an adjective ends with y, we remove the y and we add ier. For example, ugly, pretty. Uglier, prettier. Again, we add than after the adjective. Uglier than, prettier than. Rule number 3. If the adjective has two syllables or more, then add the word more before the adjective. For example, beautiful, intelligent. More beautiful, more intelligent. Again, we have to add than after the adjective. More beautiful than, more intelligent than. We also have rules to follow when changing to superlative form, and they are very similar to the ones we've explained in the comparative form, except for few differences. For example, we always add the before the adjective, and instead of adding r, er, ier, and more, we should add st, est, and ist, and most, if there are two syllables or more. As we studied before about the irregular verbs and irregular nouns, some of the adjectives are irregular. They are really naughty and they don't abide the rules. So they change their whole spelling, such as good, better, the best, bad, worse, the worst, far, farther, the farthest. Let's practice using comparatives and superlatives. Here we have a picture of three different apples. Let's start. The yellow apple is then the red apple. The green apple is then the red apple. The red apple is then the green apple. The yellow apple is the of all the apples. The green apple is the of all the apples. Try to solve them. You'll check your answers later. Don't forget, in the first three sentences, we're just comparing two apples. But in the last two sentences, we're comparing the three apples, all of them. The yellow apple is smaller than the red apple. We should use the comparative form because we have than and we are comparing only two apples. So we add er, small, smaller. The green apple is bigger than the red apple. Again, we are comparing two apples, but here we have to double the G. We have to double the G because it's a vowel followed by a consonant. We double the consonant and then we add ER. The red apple is more delicious than the green apple. Here I use delicious. It's a word with more than one syllable, so we should add more before delicious. And again, we're comparing two apples, so we have to use the comparative form. The yellow apple is the smallest of all the apples. Here we're comparing all the apples together, so we have to use the superlative form, and here we added est. The green apple is the biggest of all apples. Again, we have to use the superlative form, and we double the G and we add est. Now our online session has come to its end. Good luck in solving the related exercises in the grammar booklet. Love you all. Bye bye.